and change it. Do you wanna tell them?
No, but it's good that they hear to your.
All right, no, I think you can do it.
Hello, hello. Clap clap one time if you can listen to Toko. Good, good. No, they're getting it. Are we ready for the next part of the program? We are almost there. We know there's very important things that you will share in the last bit of this assembly, but this is just an announcement. After we finish the activity here, we will take a group picture. So make sure you don't go anywhere, otherwise you will not be in the picture and people will not believe you and you have to explain where were you. No? Okay, so yes, just that, and then over to Kenneth and Toko for the last bit of the afternoon.
Thank you, Hector. All right, so I know there's probably one or two groups that are still winding up. All good? 5 minutes, yeah. You can take the 5 minutes, keep going. In the meantime, this is a good moment to stand up and stretch if you've been sitting for a long time. Okay. It might also be a good exercise to help tidy up the table where you are. As a little exercise as we get ready to reconvene again for the closing plenary. All right. All right. It's just some 2 minutes for the Asia crew to wind up. All right. In the meantime, I'm looking for Martha, Miriam, and Abby. I want you to hang out with me over here at the front. So if you want to start making your way as well, that would be great. That looks like a good sign. All right. All right, let's be upstanding, everybody. Let's just sort of like change our body posture a little bit. We've been sitting for quite a while. Everybody stand up a little bit. Move your feet. Move your feet. We need some blood flow. Come on. We've been sitting for quite a while. Don't let your mind trick you to sitting too long. We're going to be starting up quite shortly. This is our closing round. This is our closing round. So if you need to get out, maybe rush to the bathroom, come back, this is a good time to do that. Give yourself a quick break so we can get started. There's gonna be a lot of useful information happening from all the conversations. So you wanna be paying attention to that. You want some strong music? Okay. Great. All right, in the meantime, I'm gonna call up the team from Pakistan. Pakistan crew. Oh, together. All right, come on up, guys. Pakistan and India, all right. Okay. Looks like a powerhouse.
Pakistan and India has gone to 3 wars in the past, but here we are to make more close relationship with our Indian and Pakistani friends. So India and Pakistan, Nepal and Bangladesh, and also Sri Lanka, please come. Please come on the stage.
हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, एक दिन हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, एक दिन पूरा है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, एक दिन
शांति चालू और एक दिन हो है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। हाथों मिले के हाथ, हाथों मिले के हाथ, चलेंगे साथ साथ एक दिन। हो मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। We will be free. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। ओ मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन।
हम मेहनत कश जग वालों से जब अपना हिस्सा मांगेंगे, एक देश नहीं, एक देश नहीं,
हम सारी दुनिया मांगेंगे। हम
एक खेत नहीं, एक देश नहीं, हम सारी दुनिया मांगेंगे। यहाँ सागर सागर मोती हैं, यहाँ पर्वत पर्वत हीरे हैं, यहाँ सागर सागर मोती हैं, यहाँ पर्वत पर्वत हीरे हैं। ये सारा माल हमारा है, हम सारा खजाना मांगेंगे। दीनत कश
जगवालों से जब एक ना हिस्सा मांगेंगे, एक खेत नहीं, एक देश नहीं, हम सारी दुनिया मांगेंगे। यहाँ सागर सागर मोती हैं, यहाँ पर्वत पर्वत हीरे हैं, ये सारा माल हमारा है, हम सारी दुनिया मांगेंगे। ओ खून जो बाग उजड़े हैं, जो गीत दिनों में कातिल हैं, हर कतरे का, हर गुंचे का, हर गीत का बदला मांगेंगे। मेहनत कश इस दुनिया से जब अपना हिस्सा मांगेंगे, एक देश नहीं, एक खेत नहीं, हम सारी दुनिया मांगेंगे।
We want
So, तो हम क्या चाहते,
आजादी,
तो हम क्या चाहते,
आजादी
है हक हमारा,
आजादी
है हक हमारा,
आजादी
है जान से प्यारी,
आजादी
है जान से प्यारी,
आजादी
औरत का नारा,
आजादी
मजदूर का नारा,
आजादी
किसान का नारा,
आजादी
है हक हमारा,
आजादी
है हक हमारा।
आजादी
जो तुम ना दोगे,
हम आजादी
हम छीन के लेंगे,
आजादी
हम छीन के लेंगे।
आजादी
इन्हें देनी पड़ेगी,
आजादी
इन्हें देनी पड़ेगी।
आजादी
जब सोच लिया तो,
आजादी
जब सोच लिया तो
आजादी
रुकना कैसा,
आजादी
तो रुकना कैसा,
आजादी
तो झुकना कैसा।
आजादी
चाहे गोली मारो,
आजादी
चाहे गोली मारो,
आजादी
चाहे जेल में डालो,
आजादी
चाहे जेल में डालो,
आजादी
तुम कुछ भी कर लो,
आजादी
हम छीन के लेंगे,
आजादी
हम छीन के लेंगे।
आजादी
तेरा बाप भी देगा।
आजादी
आवाज दो,
आजाद है,
आवाज दो,
आजाद है,
लड़ेंगे।
लड़ेंगे।
All right.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Wait.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about what that meant? Do you want to say something about any of the chants? What it meant?
Azadi means freedom. That was Azadi means freedom. Yes.
Take the mic.
That's right. Okay.
Take the mic and tell us.
So hi everyone. So this represents the South Asian continent, and so our whole purpose of coming here is because there is a certain unity in understanding of our dialect, which is Hindi sometimes. So what we call here is, you shoot us, you put us in prison, you do anything whatsoever, but what we want is freedom. So in this context, we sang some songs relating to freedom. We sang songs which reflects our national identity and historical level of our that patriotism and the historical fights that we have fought in South Asia, which is quite common across South Asia. The fights against colonialism, the fight against neo-capitalism, and a lot of fights that we're still fighting. So in this particular regard, there is a song in Nepal which is very famous in Nepal, and it reflects our cultural and our identity of this long-standing struggle that has happened in Nepal. So let's go. जागलम का चमक है नौजवान हो आफ्नै रङ्गले नयाँ ढङ्गले देशको अनुहार फेर्न जागलम का चमक है नौजवान हो आफ्नै रङ्गले नयाँ ढङ्गले देशको मुहार फेर्न जाग जाग जागलम कदम जवान हो नौजवान हो. So this song calls for Naujawan means young people, Jaga and Lamka means stand up, rise and walk. So this calls for standing, rising and walking for freedom, for democracy, for freedom. And the word Naya Dhanga and Naya Ranga means in new colors and new way. So let's chant. I'll say certain words. You say Jindabad. Democracy.
Jindabad.
Freedom.
Jindabad.
Freedom. Democracy.
Jindabad.
Loktantra.
Jindabad.
Janta.
Jindabad.
Desh.
Jindabad.
Freedom.
Jindabad.
Azadi.
Jindabad.
Inqilab. Sanghiyata.
Jindabad.
Loktantra.
Jindabad.
Janta. Janta. Jindabad.
दुनिया भर के मेहनत कशो,
एक हो जाओ,
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 दुनिया भर के मेहनत कशो.
एक हो जाओ.
All right, let's appreciate this team.
जेड़ा वावे वही खावे.
Oh, is there another one?
This was workers of the world unite. Peoples of the world unite. That was it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Team India. Oh, Team South Asia. All right, Team South Asia. Thank you so much. Let's appreciate this team. Thank you so much.
Okay, clap once if you can hear my voice. Clap once if you can hear my voice. I can't hear you. Clap once if you can hear my voice. Clap twice if you can hear my voice. Clap 3 times if you can hear my voice. Everybody go shh. Okay. I have in my hand a watch that was found by the ladies' bathrooms outside. If you speak to me nicely and you can identify the watch, come and get it from me. I have a watch. Okay.
All right, thanks so much. So we are going to try to pull ourselves together for the last part of the day. And to do that, I'm going to call up Martha, Miriam, and Abby. If you want to come up now. Miriam. Martha, where are you guys? Ah. Come over, come over. It's okay. All right. I almost got a panic when I couldn't see you. All right. So welcome back on stage. I think you'll remember our three leaders who set us on a journey just before lunch. And they've been leading us into our regional and country discussions. So this is a really important moment for us to try and ground the bigger picture of what's coming from the three different regional conversations. We are trying to consolidate that story. So that thank you, comrades from Pakistan. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Thank you. You did a great job, no doubt. Appreciate that. Thank you for listening. Okay, so I'm just trying to say in a nutshell that what we are trying to do now, which is a really important moment for all of us as we ground our 2 days coming to the end, is to try and get a sense of the bigger picture that's coming from each of the regions through our respective country contributions and the plans and key agendas that we have laid out in our discussions. I'd just like to say, as we do that, that in no way are we saying these are conclusive conversations, but we want to give everyone a picture to get a sense of what is coming together as either a global story, narrative, or even something we can anticipate as we go into the year 2026. So I invite you to listen as keenly as you can, try to pay attention where you can, and try to draw as much as you can. It's going to be very, very swift so that we can start winding up our time here together. All right. So over to you, Abby, Martha, Miriam. Any of you wants to pick us up?
Yeah, thank you, Ken. So in Asia, like many of your groups, so we had discussion on the plans of like different countries that they had, and also we had discussion on the key, like the highlight. So based on that, we had like many new countries in Asia that are joining the FIA global movement. So we had that discussion on like the country basis, and we had that exchange within like the participants from Asia. And I'd like to thank everyone from different countries who reported back what are their plans and where they do see themselves in a year time in growing and strengthening our fight at the grassroots level. And we also had specific demands and like action plan, particularly focusing on Asia for 2026. And I'd like to read out that. So if you see in Asia, Asian Development Bank has been one of the major agencies that has been fueling the inequality. So we had that discussion that we'll be targeting campaigns and mobilizing against Asian Development Bank, and it can be in form of like People's Tribunal, making sure that we have mobilizations across different countries of Asia targeting Asian Development Bank. We also had discussion that this year we had iconic direct action in Mexico and Indonesia. So we also had discussion that in Asia we have iconic direct action in different countries of Asia where different national alliance will lead that. And particularly we'll have a specific hashtag so that will connect the fight or like the iconic direct action that we'll be having across different alliances of Asia. So we also had discussion that we need to have more young participation and meaningful engagement of young participation. So we had discussion that we need to, because we share same struggle, same resistance, so we need to have that cross-learning youth actions between the Asian alliances, so that where we can strengthen our fight and movement, and that's being led by the young people. And like as in many parts of the world, we have seen how the resources has been captured by the corporate. And there has been a corporate capture in agriculture sector, like public access to public infrastructure. So we had that discussion that we need to mobilize and build a campaign against these corporate captures. As we have also seen recent times, like the rise of the right wing has criminalized many activists, LGBTQI activists, like feminists, many frontliners people. So we had a discussion that we need to stand against the criminalization of the activists. So that's an area where we need to build our collective power to fight against the criminalization of activists and all the different groups who has been the power of the people from the front. And lastly, we had, because if you see, like Asia has a regional council, so that's a voice of different Asian alliances. So we had that discussion that we'll renew the Asian Regional Council, we'll have new alliances and more youth representation in Asia Regional Council. Thank you very much.
Okay, everybody, big round of applause. Team Asia! Oh my gosh, it's clearly the afternoon. Can we give it up for Team Asia?
Bueno, voy a compartirles, camarades, des amis, friends, lo que hablamos desde Abya Yala, aquí presentes, 7 países, dándolo todo hasta el final. Nos gustaría que escucharan nuestra visión. Por favor, please put your devices so you can dream it with us. Por favor, pónganselos para que puedan soñar con nosotras, nosotros, nosotres. Los temas que más nos están atravesando como región, identificamos que hay varios espacios nacionales en los que queremos hablar sobre la deuda, cómo estos siguen siendo mecanismos de explotación y extractivismo en los territorios. También hay una conversación que queremos liderar sobre la concentración de riqueza, no solo en individuos, sino también en el poder corporativo que sigue en completa impunidad en nuestros territorios. También otra de las venas que vemos que nos unen es la presencia y el discurso de odio y de discriminación de Trump, que ha marcado mucho como justificación de la militarización de nuestros territorios. Entonces vemos que tenemos ese enemigo claro en común que como región nos está afectando muchísimo. Entonces, eso sobre los temas. Y sobre las formas en las que nos queremos seguir organizando es a través de tribunales populares. Queremos generar una red de alerta y solidaridad para cuando estamos en riesgo, seamos una red y no solo activistas aislados. También vamos a construir juntadas virtuales mensuales para no perder el contacto, sino que irnos retroalimentando nuestros procesos, nuestras estrategias. Y lo último es que les necesitamos. We need you. ¿Por qué? Porque queremos hacer un plan de comunicación en la que nuestras acciones no solo se vean y se escuchen en nuestros territorios. Necesitamos la solidaridad de Asia y de África para que nos proyectemos como una región también activa, viva y latente. Entonces, eso es lo que vamos a estar compartiendo desde redes sociales. Van a haber varias campañas digitales, así que ese es el mensaje que nos necesitamos unas a las otras y también a otras regiones. Lo dejaría hasta aquí y muchas gracias, compañeros, compañeras, compañeros.
Do you remember the Tanzanian clap? When the rain is coming, everybody start slow. Say thank you to Team Latam. Slowly. The rain is coming. It's coming. It's coming. The thunder is coming. It's coming. And then, thank you.
Okay. Right. So for Africa, this was an exciting time. I think a lot of the discussions that were had sort of complement each other. So the plans are very similar thematically, okay? And it was good because we also had some of the new countries join countries that already have established national alliances or have already started to form that. So this was a lot of learning and exchange for the new folks in the room. So I'll quickly go through what came up. So in Zimbabwe and Kenya, there's a lot of focus on health. And so for Zimbabwe, they already started a Fix Healthcare Zimbabwe campaign this year after developing a mobilization plan. So the plan is to continue that campaign. And same as Kenya. Kenya have also created a plan around the National Health Insurance Scheme, I believe, and they would like to continue the conversation in the different counties that they're active in. In terms of governance, I think for Kenya is at an exciting time now, having made the transition from steering group to National Council, so consolidating that, doing the induction and ensuring that information is passed down. And then in terms of mobilization, Kenya also has some interesting signature activities like the Usawa Festival and the Usawa Dinner, which are both methods of mobilizing resources domestically. So that also is an opportunity for them to, there's also opportunity for them to share. I know that is something that they were discussing, how to share that idea with the other countries, Zambia and Zimbabwe, and learn from that and see how they can adapt. Then also in terms of political education, I think 3 of the countries are doing activities around political education sessions on national budgeting processes. Just understand what that means for the 99% and using that to inform how they coin their demands, how they coin their national demands. And then in terms of, let's see, Zambia. Okay, so interesting. Zambia is planning a national organizing school, having been the first country, having been part of the political education pilot project. So they would like to roll that out and have a national organizing school in Lusaka, and hopefully they'll be able to use some of the global organizing school fellows to facilitate that national organizing school. And that will be held in Lusaka. And they're also planning for a unity march as one of their mobilization tactics, which will bring activists, but they would like to have the Students' Union front that unity march, especially in consideration of their contextual challenges when it comes to approvals around having such events. And then I'll quickly go to, let's see. Okay, so Burkina Faso and Ivory Coast and Nigeria. So those are new, and Eswatini. They have plans. So for Nigeria, there's a lot of conversation that was held during the People's Assembly around climate justice. And it's interesting because now there's an opportunity to have dialogues around the intersection of climate justice and debt. And already a connection has been made with someone from Debt for Climate. So that should be able to sort of roll that out. They're also they already have a national council. So in terms of structure, the plan is to also have a national coordinator support the activities in the country. And then for Burkina Faso, They're also consolidating a national council, and so that should, happen very soon. So they should have a national council by the beginning of the year. And also, they plan on taking a lot of the conversations from this space, from the assembly, to coin out what an action plan would look like in line with their priorities. And then also there is an interesting opportunity for connecting with other Francophone countries, apart from Côte d'Ivoire. Then, in terms of political education, more capacity strengthening around how to do advocacy, around debt and also gender. That came out as a priority. And then in terms of communication, more partnership with media and also building a robust social media campaign. Lastly, for Ivory Coast, so there is conversation around having dialogues around inequality, and in terms of political education, creating that linkage between women's leadership and inequality. And then something interesting came up. So they were thinking about initiatives around agroecology and climate justice and land rights. So creating that connection. So that will be further developed. And lastly, developing communication materials that they can use in the communities. Just one thing to highlight is that 2 of the countries are getting into election periods, so that also informs the nature of the activities that they would like to do. So just to highlight that. I hope I have, there's a lot that happened in terms of conversation, but I've tried to, condense it into this.
Okay. Yay! Okay, let's drum on our tables for Team Africa. Drum, drum. Make it loud, make it loud. Okay, so now I'm going to bring the energy down a little bit. Just a little bit. And we're going to have an individual activity now. And I would like you to please have a pen and paper. Make sure you've got a pen and paper. Let me know when you've got pen and paper. Put your hands up. Pen and paper. Excellent. Any pen, any paper. Excellent. Any pen, any paper. Now, we've heard a lot. We've spoken to each other a lot. The sun is beginning to set. And tomorrow you will start getting ready for a new process called the People's Summit. What are you going to take away from this 2 days that you are going to bring into the People's Summit? It's an individual exercise, no talking, and write and draw your answer. Okay, so no talking. What are you going to take from the last 2 days into the People's Summit? Ready, steady, your time starts now.
actually walked away. Okay. So, all right. So, as we sort of wind this down in this reflective space, we wanted to make the closing very much centered on what came out of this room. We didn't want to do any conventional closing remarks from any of us because we wanted to make the closing part of this about the people who've participated in this process since yesterday. So to do that, we have reached out to a few people amongst us who will help us in consolidating the thoughts that are coming from the 2 days. Still in the spirit of thinking about how we transition all of this into the People's Summit, because this continues. So we're gonna run a very quick fishbowl exercise, which basically means we'll have some people sharing their closing thoughts with us in very few minutes. And we trust that those thoughts and opinions and ideas are consolidating a lot of what is in the room from the last 2 days. So we're gonna try this, and to start us off, I'm gonna call Rara up on the stage. Rara from Indonesia, if you're there. Great, thank you. And then I'm gonna call Liz from Peru. Liz, where are you? Great. If you wanna take the seat over here. And then we have Alamata from Burkina. Alamata, where are you? All right. Come over, come over. So I'm going to invite you to take a seat over here. Just pick a seat and a mic already there for you. And then we're also going to have, they're not coming over now, but they're going to be part of this exercise. We're going to have Pilavi from India. Pilavi, are you there? All right, all right. You can come closer this way and maybe just sit somewhere around here. We have Alex from Mexico, yeah? Come over. Maybe sit somewhere close here. And then we have Farai from Zambia. All right. So if you want to come, just sit here for now. Just sit somewhere close here. Because I want us, yeah, just somewhere where you're close. Okay. So just to share with everyone, so we are running this as a fishbowl exercise. Just because we don't want to give too much pressure, where everyone feels they have to relay all of their points all at once, all right? So do not feel like you're under any pressure, all right? Once you share your point, you can share a point. Feel free to leave the seat. Someone else can come, share their point, and we can have 2 or 3 rounds, okay? That way you don't have to feel the pressure of having to say everything at one go. But here's the prompt question we gave to them. We asked them to share with us, as part of a closing, what would they say they are sensing as some of the big takeaways. And I was actually informed there's probably not an actual word for takeaway in Spanish. So I will take takeaway back and I will say, what are you living with? So that's what we asked them to think about. What do they think, what do they feel and sense that are the biggest things that people are living away with from the 2 days? So those are the things they're going to be responding to and share with us in succinctly. So I will stop there and maybe invite Liz to kick us off with your reflections. Over to you.
Hola, hola. Gracias. Bueno, primero agradecer. Yo soy Liz Medrano de Perú y siento que de estos días me llevo la esperanza. Creo que este mundo que se ha impuesto en nuestros territorios se están agrietando. Creo que hay una fuerza muy poderosa de quienes estamos aquí. Siento y he visto cuerpos, personas, movimientos, territorios que hace que pervivan diferentes mundos sobre el que nos han impuesto a punta de balas, de golpes y de miedo. Siento que desde diferentes espacios estamos cimarroneando, como lo que hicieron nuestros ancestros africanos que fueron llevados a nuestros territorios. Nos enseñaron que hacer cimarronaje y fugarnos de este sistema es posible. Entonces creo que estamos construyendo un movimiento importante y también creo que me estoy yendo junto con mis hermanos con alianzas importantes, alianzas que se han tejido desde la memoria, desde la intención de los sueños más radicales que tenemos, desde este imaginario que creemos que es posible. Y creo que incluso el hecho que hayamos vuelto a este territorio en un contexto en donde la supremacía blanca está tejiendo sus movimientos fascistas, volver aquí, volver a ser tierra, volver a donde todo empezó, es muy poderoso y me llevo toda esta energía a mi territorio para compartir. Muchas gracias.
Okay. First of all, I want to share that this is my first experience of attending the Global Assembly. And as non-English speakers, sometimes it's hard to speak out our mind in English language. So thank you for your patient understanding. And the second, I want to shout out to my GOS comrades who we have shared a week here. And yeah, it's been really fun and enjoyable sharing my time in South Africa, Johannesburg, with them. Three things that I sense and I think about this 2 days global assembly is the first thing that I notice is that we are not only sharing our struggles. Yeah, I know it's important to share the struggles, and but I sense that we are not merely victims in this capitalism, but we are the majority. We have the people power, and we have numbers. So I think in this forum, we grow our hope and nurturing power, and also sharpen our political consciousness, and as the majority, as the 99%. And we create more as a counter narrative, as an alternative solutions, centering the people, and not the state or the capitalists. And the second thing is, I know that it's not easy to be in the resistance, especially in this time where we are constantly facing criminalization, repression, even death threats in our countries. But in this space, I think we gain international solidarity, that we know that we are not alone, that we are in this together. So I think that's what I feel, that we have this solidarity together. And the last thing is about the importance of cross-border movement. Of course, we have our own community struggles, our own problems, but through this assembly, I know that we have shared our common struggles. For me, like through my Southeast Asia, like Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, and region, and the global north, like Azania and Abiyala people. And I think that we ensure and we have to brought up maybe unpopular issues or like marginalized community, like women issue, LGBTQI issue, indigenous rights, and what's happened in the border area for undocumented and stateless people. So I think we have to make sure that no one are unseen and no one are unrecognized. Okay, thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Avant tout propos, je tiens dire merci à l'équipe qui nous a fait réunir ici aujourd'hui, qui a permis à ce que cette activité ait lieu. Et aussi, je remercie tous ceux qui se sont déplacés pour venir prendre part à cette activité très importante qui a vraiment un impact très significatif dans tout ce que nous faisons dans nos différentes localités, dans nos différentes régions. Parce qu'une lutte qui se mène depuis longtemps, si aujourd'hui différents pays, différentes couches sociales et différentes ethnies se retrouvent aujourd'hui pour pouvoir échanger sur ces questions-là et trouver vraiment des solutions à ça, moi je pense que c'est un acte de solidarité vraiment et un acte encore d'engagement. Parce qu'aujourd'hui, nous sommes là, il y a des Africains, il y a des Européens, il y a des, je vais dire, bon, il y a toutes les touches sociales. Et aujourd'hui, ça nous a permis de se connaître, de faire des partages d'expériences et aussi de prendre des grandes décisions pour pouvoir aller de l'avant dans ce que nous menons déjà dans notre région, je vais dire nos pays. Parce que quand on va voir la question de la femme, un peu partout dans les différents groupes, c'est des luttes qu'on trouve que les gens ne prennent pas soin vraiment de prendre cette question-là en priorité. Pourtant, nous savons tous que les femmes et les filles sont les couches les plus vulnérables au niveau national et au niveau international. Quand on parle de la femme, compte tenu du genre, les gens disent que non, la femme, par exemple, ça on va prendre dans d'autres cultures, les gens trouvent que la femme ne doit pas. Et aujourd'hui, on a vu qu'avec tout ce qui s'est passé ici, on a vu que vraiment, tous les pays vivent cette situation-là. Je ne vais pas beaucoup parler, j'ai déjà beaucoup parlé, je vais dire, j'aime parler. Donc, vraiment, c'est pour dire qu'à l'issue de ce qui s'est passé ici, nous avons retenu beaucoup de choses et vraiment, c'est des activités qui doivent se répéter à tout moment pour pouvoir permettre à d'autres personnes qui n'ont pas pu prendre part à cette activité aussi, de prendre part et aussi de constater que non, nous pouvons vraiment faire un grand changement. Je vous remercie.
Bueno, voy a hablar español. Pues yo creo que, son varias las lecciones que aprendí, las cosas que me llevo de esta asamblea, pero creo que la más importante por la cual voy a comenzar es que a pesar de que cada país tiene su propia cultura, tiene su propia forma de luchar, tienen sus propios métodos, y han creado sus propios mecanismos para poder ejercer todas estas distintas luchas. Creo que nuestra condición común más importante es precisamente que somos la clase trabajadora, nuestras condiciones de vida, que justamente somos parte de ese 99%, y creo que este ejercicio que realizamos hoy y el día de ayer me lo dejó bastante claro. De hecho, tuvimos comunicación y hicimos como varias actividades entre personas que incluso no hablábamos el mismo idioma, y sin embargo, cuando lográbamos establecer la comunicación nos dábamos cuenta de que teníamos problemáticas en común. Y creo que eso es muy importante y es muy impactante, cómo podíamos nombrar estas problemáticas y eran las mismas, ¿no? Y es así en Asia y es así en América Latina. Entonces, creo que esa fue de los shocks o de las tomas de conciencia más grandes que he experimentado. Esa es una, ¿no? Que somos el 99% y es real, porque tenemos estas problemáticas comunes. Y la segunda, creo que es el hecho de que necesitamos generar mejores condiciones de vida para las personas que son discriminadas, para las personas que no tienen ni siquiera un hogar, una vivienda digna, o no pueden garantizar incluso la comida y etc. Y en contraste con este 1% que lo tiene todo, ¿no? Tenemos que generar justamente esos impuestos y utilizarlos para poder crear estas condiciones de vida para la gente que no las tiene, ¿no? Y creo que, pues no sé, son muchas cosas. Encontré como redes de solidaridad, encontré personas maravillosas, gente que yo creo que aprecio muchísimo, y tal vez no pudimos tener como una comunicación tal vez perfecta por el tema del lenguaje, y sin embargo nos entendimos muy bien. Entonces creo que esos son los dos puntos más poderosos con los que yo salgo de esta asamblea. Es cuanto.
Amandla,
Amanda! This is something that I take away from this activity that we had here and the whole 2 days that we're here is that the first day I arrived, I was thinking on how we're going to communicate with each other because we come from different regions. But when people were giving out their struggles and what they are going through in their countries, then I got to understand that we all come from the same background and we are all fighting the same struggles. So it's important that we stand with each other, and that's what we are doing in this room. I take away solidarity because I know that even though the struggles may be far away from each other, at the end of the day, when we sit wherever we are, we know that we are fighting for one goal and we are fighting for the same thing. And that's something that I see in each and every person in this room, and it stays with me, and it's something that I'm going with when I go to Zambia. So it's important that we continue fighting these struggles. We don't get tired, because in as much as we meet with different struggles, what we should know is that the power that is in this room is powerful than the struggles that we all have. And we can fight against everything that we are facing as long as we stand together and we hope in what we are going to do. One day, we'll have a better world. One day, we'll have a world where the 99 will stand and say, we fought a good fight and we're finally here. Amandla!
Okay, hello everyone. I will try to make it quick. Some acknowledgements that I've been reading to myself, some reminders and some urges, and I wish and hope to share these with you all. And I know all of us have collectively been celebrating all of these beautiful convergence that we have found in expected and also unexpected ways, but also when naturally people come together with all of the honesty and intention that we are bringing into this room, it's likely that fractures will also surface. But I do believe that those tensions are not signs of failure, that they are reminders of our complexity, beautiful complexity. And I want to tell you all that these are all openings, and I want to tell myself this as well, that these are chances to deepen trust, to interrogate assumptions that we are all probably making, and to grow into a movement that is not fractured, but resilient and not fragile. I think last year when we were in Manila, there were young people, but I saw a lot more young people participating actively and taking up space. So can we please give them a huge round of applause, because they deserve every bit of it. And with all of the young people, I am very deeply curious about all the new decentralized, spontaneous collaborations that would come. And all of these conversations have happened in hallways, on the way to the washrooms, on the lunch tables. And I sincerely hope that we'll be able to honor those seats, and we won't have to wait for the Global Secretariat to bring us all together or to make it a 10-year roadmap. I hope we'll collaborate in all these beautiful ways. Someone from My Country Alliance did mention how this came across as something entirely different than all the other gatherings that they've been in. And I thought that this is something that I should share with you all, because we all brought joy and celebration into this room. We are a counter G20 summit, or we are a counter summit to everything. And because we don't come here as technocrats, we don't come here as experts speaking over people or speaking to power from a distance. I think we are all people directly confronting economic injustice, people who know inequality not as a statistic, but as a daily reality. And we all come with our lived experience, and I think that is powerful itself. We don't have to become technocrats. And I know this always happens, as I said, beautiful complexity, but also fractures and opportunity. Just want to acknowledge that even within our spaces, people can sometimes feel sidelined or unheard. That's always a possibility. But we have to be open to that. We have to be open to working on it. So if you are someone, any of you comrades are friends, if you have felt so during this assembly, I urge you that you take up space, you interrupt, you disrupt. This is your rightful space. You belong here. We belong with each other. So your discomfort is valuable to us, and we will celebrate mutual support. Very much integral part of our political work, and not separate ourselves from it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of the days here and take our stories, enjoy everywhere.
Muy buenas tardes, voy a hablar en español. Yo soy Pedro, vengo de México, justamente pues agradecer de corazón lo que han compartido durante estos 2 días que hemos trabajado. Pues bueno, lo que yo llevo es que también no es el México lo que está pasando, es el nivel nacional, internacional. Siempre es el mismo, la desigualdad que tenemos, pero también llevo otra cosa muy fuerte, importante para mí, que ustedes tienen un corazón duro para luchar, para enfrentar, para destruir y a la vez construir una buena vida sobre esto lo que está pasando. Y también llevo también habilidades de ustedes y que también me siento acompañado con ustedes, ya que también no me siento solo, sino que también siento la energía de ustedes, las habilidades, que también en algún momento ocupamos ayuda sobre esto. Mientras que estamos todos juntos, unidos, podemos temblar el mundo para poder construir una buena vida. Muchas gracias.
Zambia ya uya oh yeah Max Mam Sapo Zambia ya uya oh yeah Max Mam support Max Mam support Support Max Mam support Support Max Mam support Support maximum support. Zimbabwe ya we are. Oh yeah. Maximum support. Zimbabwe ya we are. Oh yeah.
Maximum support.
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 Asia ya we are. Oh yeah.
Maximum support.
Asia ya we are. Oh yeah.
Maximum support.
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 Twana ya we are. Oh yeah. Maximum support. Twana ya we are. Oh yeah.
Maximum support.
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 Sholosa,
Sholosa.
Kulezontava, stimela, stimela. Sholosa. Kulezontava. When you yabaleka, uye kulezontava, stimela, stimela. When you yabaleka, uye kulezontava, stimela, stimela. Sholosa, uye kulezontava, stimela. When you yabaleka, uye kulezontava.
Viva advocates, viva!
Viva!
Viva advocates, viva!
Viva!
The next chant we're going to do is very simple, and I'll request everyone to stand so that we can do it together, okay? So, I'm going to start, and my activists will help me do it. Cellular, cellular, cellular.
I wanna cellular, cellular. I wanna
Cellular, cellular, cellular.
I wanna cellular.
Hello, the 99. I wanna cellular, cellular.
I wanna
Bling, bling. Hello, the advocates. I wanna cellular.
I wanna
Cellular, cellular, cellular.
I wanna cellular. I wanna
Cellular, cellular, cellular.
I
Aha! Cellular. Bling, bling. Hello, G20. I wanna cellular. Cellular. Bling, bling. Hello, the 99. I wanna cellular. Cellular, cellular, death justice. Cellular, cellular injustice. I wanna cellular. Hey, hi, cellular. Cellular, cellular, cellular. Cellular, cellular. Viva advocates, viva! Viva the 99, viva!
One more thing. We are going to do this one more time. When I say climate, you say justice. When I say climate, you say climate. Climate.
Justice.
When I say climate, you say justice. Climate.
Justice.
Climate. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it,
shut it down.
What do we want?
Justice.
What do we want? We have make polluters pay, cancel the date, so we could also say what we want to. So, yeah. So we could begin with what do we want? Debt cancellation.
Thank
we
you.
Could, yes. What do we want? What do we want?
Debt cancellation.
When do we want it? When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Now.
What do we want?
Now.
What do we want?
Tax justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it,
shut it down.
What do we want?
Debt cancellation.
What do we want?
Tax justice.
What do we want?
Tax justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
When?
Now.
When? Thank you. Okay, so we want to teach you one song from Zimbabwe. It's a revolutionary song again, and it just says "De Nana De." So what it means is that in this journey that we're going to be taking from today, it's going to be baby steps. But with the baby steps, we'll get there. So that's why you see when we're singing, we'll be doing baby steps. So basically, that's what the song means.
Okay, so you respond by saying, de na na de, 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 mwana achitanga tangine nano anoti de na na de, fia ichitanga nakutangane nano yakati de na na de, inoti de na na de, 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 chimwene chimwe chinenguva yacho tinoti de na na de, chimwene chimwe noti de na na 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 de fia ichitanga itangine na noti de na na de chimwene chimwe chinengu hacho de na na de inoti de na na de na na de
All right, let's appreciate this.
Chico César.
Thank you so much.
Chico César. Chico César.
Chico César. Chico César. Chico César. Chico César. Chico César. Chico César. Chico César.
All right. All right, let's appreciate Team Zimbabwe, Team Zambia, the African team. Thank you for giving us such a resounding joy as we wind up the day today. So we're gonna do just one quick thing. There's a good man at the door. His name is Dawood. He's waving at everybody right now. If you look at the back, all you need to do is walk towards him and he will show you where you need to go and be right now for a quick photo if you want to have evidence that you are at the assembly. So if you want to have evidence for the people at home, we all go towards Dawood and he's going to show us where we need to be standing for the photo. All right, over to you, Dawood.
And after the photo, if everyone who wants to come and greet and engage with